You've spoken about often turning lifestyle into write-offs. What's the most surprising way you've legally helped someone convert a personal expense into a tax deduction?
So we had a client that was leaving to go to Europe, and he called me. He's like, "Hey, like this is going to be a big trip. I want to make sure that I can try to write this off." And I said, "Okay, well, it's going to be hard for you to try to write this trip off. You're not going there for business." He's like, "I understand, but what if I flew my plane?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're a pilot, but you being a pilot and flying your plane to Italy doesn't all of a sudden make it a write off just because you decided to take your own plane." And what he ended up doing was what I had told him to do. I said, go on websites like eventbrite.com. What you're going to look for is you're looking for events where you can go and be educated or educate others in what you do. If you're a pilot and part of how you make money is flying private for people, wouldn't it be important for you to understand the newest laws, possibly the newest regulations around the certain types of planes that you're flying? Is there any types of events that are going on in the locations that you're wanting to go to? So he went on Eventbrite and he found three separate different conferences for pilots. And he even found a meetup group that the pilots were having. I shared with him how he can turn this into an entire business trip. Because if we're spending more than 50% of the time on business, we can deduct the trip. And if he's leaving on a particular time period, which is not leaving on a weekend, leaving on a weekday and returning back on a weekday, I can wrap his weekend time too. So if he chooses to go hang out with his wife and he's on the beach, whatever, on a Saturday and a Sunday, I can still wrap the weekend in as business as well. So traveling somewhere, even though it may be viewed as a vacation, can be converted into a business trip if you're willing to put in the work. So
Wow.
that was one story that I can say that was pretty awesome to help somebody with because he immediately came back and shared the photos with our entire community. And he was very grateful for that.